Deeply for Om. Ganapataye namaha. Om Gam 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 Ganapataye namaha. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Om Dum Durgaye Namaha. 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 Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Bring your hands to Anjali Mudra, bow your head. Offer your practice to someone who's been a good friend to you, a human being, nature being, or an animal being. Bring them into your mind's eye and visualize them. Dedicate your practice to them. Om Namah Shivaya. Namaste. Welcome everybody. We begin with 3 rounds of Kapalabhati. Comfortable seated position. Begin with the hands on the knees, palms up or down, first finger to thumb. Lift and open the chest, roll the shoulders back and down. Chin slightly down, eyes closed, look nabby navel. Inhale, full yogic breath, abdomen, rib cage, upper chest. Keep the upper chest lifted, fully exhale. Shallow inhale to begin. Hex, 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 exhale completely. Inhale. Long exhale. Inhale, arms widen overhead, interlock your fingers, lift your rib cage, stretch your lungs. Exhale, chin on sternum, gaze, navel, keep the gaze in the navel. Little shallow inhale to begin. Hex, 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 exhale completely. Inhale, push your hands to the ceiling. Exhale, chin mudra. Hands to the knees. Inhale, full yogic breath, abdomen, rib cage, upper chest lifts. Long exhale, completely empty your lungs. And again, full yogic breath, abdomen, rib cage, upper chest. Long exhale, empty your lungs. Inhale, arms widen over the head, interlock your fingers. Exhale, bend the elbows, cross the forearms, hands to the opposite shoulder blade. Chest up, chin down, look navel. Shallow inhale to begin. Hex, 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 exhale completely. Inhale, interlock your fingers, push your hands to the ceiling. Stretch your lungs, chin down. Exhale, chin mudra, arms widen down. Full yogic breath 3 times. Put the gaze in the pranisthan now, center of the chest, just in front of your spine. And then on the inhale, extend both legs, sit in Dandasana, hands beside the hips. Inhale, bring your arms wide and over your head, interlock your fingers. Exhale, don't move. Inhale slowly onto the back. Exhale, hands beside your thighs, your hips. Bring your feet apart a little bit, bring your arms away from your body and bring your palms up. Just take a short relaxation. Take a few moments to watch the breath in the heart. Tataka Mudra, feet together, arms by side the body, palms down. Inhale, arms over the head, interlock your fingers, flex your feet, turn the gaze down to the navel. Very long exhale, draw your lower back towards the floor, hands are on the floor over the head, Martha. Go right to the end of the breath, hold the breath out. Lift the perineum, abdomen in and up, diaphragm floats up, relax the tongue and the face and the eyes. Stretch. And inhale, bring the hands up over the face, keep the feet flexed back towards the head, draw the lower back down. And then exhale, arms over the head. Again, all the air out of the lungs, completely empty. Gaze down navel, perineum, lower abdomen, eyes, mouth, tongue, and relaxed. Do one more. When you're ready, bring the hands up and change the interlock. More air out of the lungs if you can. Draw the lower back down more to deepen the Uddiyana Bandha. Relax the abdominal muscles. As you draw the lower back down, feel the diaphragm float up more. When you're done, bring the hands back beside the hips. Inhale, bring both arms over the head, interlock the fingers. Exhale, bend the right knee, hug the knee down. Push out through the ball of the left foot. Inhale, arms over the head, foot back to the floor. Exhale, bend the right knee again, hug the knee down. Go right to the end of the breath, hold the breath out, lift the forehead towards the knee. Hold the breath out. And then one movement, inhale, leg goes back, arms go over, head to the floor. Left leg, exhale, bend the left leg, hug the knee in. Completely empty your lungs. Inhale, extend the leg, arms over the head. Ujjayi breathing, please. Exhale, bend the left knee. Hug it all the way down. Go right to the end of the breath. Hold the breath out. Draw the navel in. Lift the head towards the knee. It can be forehead, nose, or chin. Pause there. Then inhale, unfurl. And exhale, hug both knees down. Go right to the end of the breath. Keep the head on the floor first time here. And inhale, extend arms and legs. And second vinyasa, exhale, bend both knees. And go right to the end of the breath. Look down through the body, squeeze the anal sphincter and lift the head towards the knees. No air in the lungs. When you're ready, inhale, unfurl. Exhale, hands beside the hips. Look hard, take a breath there. Good, and then bend the knees and hug the knees towards the chest. Cross the ankles. Rock up, put the hands on the floor and hop or step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward between your hands. Drop the left knee down, point the toe, look up. Foot all the way forward if you can, Catherine, yeah? Look up. And then exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, step left foot forward, right knee down, point the toe, look up. Exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale to plank pose. Exhale, knees down, and then lower halfway chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, walk the feet towards the hands. Exhale, fold into the legs. Inhale, roll your spine up one vertebrae at a time. Keep the arms and the neck relaxed. And exhale, Tadasana. Standing in Tadasana, come into your Ujjayi. Chest up, look Pranasthana, heart. Inhale, bring the arms wide and overhead. A little pause at the end of the breath. Exhale. Do one more. And then arms forward and up. Keep the chin down. Stretch through the back of the lungs a bit more. Exhale, forward and down. Inhale, forward and up. Hold the breath and stretch. Ground the feet. Exhale, down. Inhale, widen overhead. Exhale, cross the forearms, opposite shoulder blades. The chest is down, chest is right up and the chin is down, the elbows are back. And then take a breath there, inhale. Long exhale. Hold the breath out with bandhas on 1, on 2, on 3, 4, on 5. Inhale, palms to the ceiling. Exhale, widen down. Look hard, take a breath. Parsvabhangi, side stretch, inhale, widen overhead. Straight ahead, exhale right. Hips to the left, don't bend the knees. Inhale, center. Keep the feet grounded so it comes from the floor. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Chin down in the center, stretch more. Exhale, right. 2 breaths. Normal inhales, double the length of the exhales. And the inhale, try to stretch through the top side of the body and arm. And on the exhale, stretch a little more through the underside of the body and arm. So you're stretching on both sides of your spine. When you've finished the long second breath, just change sides. really keep grounded on the inseam, particularly your left foot here as the hips go to the right. Inhale, extend top arm and right lung. Exhale, extend bottom arm. Keep top shoulder back, keep the lungs open. When you finish, we'll meet in Tadasana. Tadasana, the eyes are closed, gaze is in the heart. Ujjayi. And Tadasana vinyasas. Inhale, arms widen overhead. Exhale, lift the heels, just gaze a few feet in front of you. Inhale, slowly lower the heels. Exhale, lower the arms. And do that one more time. Just hold the inhale a few seconds this time. And then heels first, then arms. Separate breaths. Surya Namaskar. Inhale. Exhale, Anjali Mudra. Inhale, widen overhead. Exhale, fold forward, hips back, navel in, chin down, hands to the floor or the feet. Short inhale. Exhale, squat down, Utkatasana. Short inhale, hold the breath. Upward step, half chaturanga, knees down, or full chaturanga, knees up. Full prostration, all the way to the floor, hands over the head in prayer. Hold the breath in. Hands back, chaturanga. Hold the breath out. Inhale, up dog, hold the breath in. Chin down. Down dog, fully exhale, hold the breath out. Hop or step forward, squat down, Utkatasana, heels may rise. More air squeezed out of the lungs. Press the hands into the floor to straighten the legs. Exhale, round the back, forehead towards the knees. Hold the breath out. Flip the palms, push the hips away from the hands. Inhale, come up. Little arch back at the top with the chin down. Exhale, Tadasana. Do one more in your own time. Remember, there's a gap, there's a pause at the end of each breath where you hold the pose. Well done. You all remembered it. I'll get my coat. It was nearly 100%. Nearly. But it was really good. Well done. Okay, turn to the right, stand Tadasana. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, don't move. Hop or step the feet apart. Trikonasana Sthiti. Inhale. Trikonasana. Exhale to the right, hips back. Slide the hand down, foot or floor. Inhale, come up. To the left, exhale. Push the weight into the right foot. Inhale up. Exhale right. Good. Stay. And inhale, firm the legs, lengthen the spine. Exhale, particularly at the end of the exhale, rotate the body, twist the spine. Twist from your hips. 3 breaths. If you need to really work on the twist, you can also do it with the hand on the small of the back. When you're done, come up and do 3 on the other side. Make sure the hips are going back a little bit. Rotate toward the body towards the left leg and then rotate the chest open. So there's a twisting action, it's not just a side opening action. When you've done your 3 breaths on that side, inhale, come up. Exhale, bring the hands to your waist. Inhale, both arms over the head, interlock the fingers. Exhale, turn to the, that's wrong. Inhale, bring the arms to shoulder level. Exhale, turn to the right. Try and keep the feet where they are. Inhale, arch back. Exhale, fold halfway. Good. Inhale up, arch back. Exhale, fold halfway. Don't move. Inhale. Lengthen your spine, firm your legs. Exhale, twist. Left hand down, right arm up, or right hand small of the back. Put the hand on the foot, the floor inside or outside the foot, or the leg. Breathe there, 3 breaths, and the exhales are longer. At the end of each exhale, narrow your waist. And when you've done your 3 breaths, come up halfway with the arms like wings and we'll hold it there. And on the exhale, dip a little deeper towards the right leg. Inhale, come up. Arch back at the top, still facing over the right leg. Exhale, turn to the side, hands to the waist. I'd like you to just go to a position where you're comfortable and you can still breathe well. If you're straining in your breath, the breath becomes harsh, back out of the posture and go less deep. Inhale, arms shoulder level. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, arch back. Exhale, fold halfway. And when you get to this point, you want to firm the legs and just look at the back heel for a moment. Get the bandhas. Inhale, come up, arch back. And as you go forward, keep the weight in the right foot. Keep pushing back into the right foot. Go halfway. Inhale there, firm the legs and lengthen the spine. And then exhale, just gradually rotate the spine and bring the hand down. You can look up or bring the back top hand to the small of the back. And breathe there. When you've done your 3 very slow breaths with very long exhales, then you can come up halfway. This is a really important part. You don't want to skip this bit, coming up halfway. And then on the inhale, you come up slowly with control. All those stages really count. And then exhale, you come to the front and bring the hands back to the waist. You're back where you started. That's the full vinyasa of Trikonasana. Inhale, hands on the waist, arch back. Widen your stance a little bit maybe. Straddle forward bend. And exhale, fold forward by moving the hips back. Good. And inhale, come up, arch back, squeeze the elbows together, open the chest. Leading with the heart, exhale, fold forward. Hips back, back, back. And then make the toes long and bring the hands to the floor in line with your shoulders. Inhale and look up, lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold. Relax the neck, look nose tip. If the head's on the floor, use it like an extra support. So you've got equal weight in both feet and the top of the head. And then from there, push the sit bones up. And on the end of each exhale, which is long, draw the navel in. Come up, Jose. You don't need to do that at the moment. When your head hits the floor, then you can do that, not yet. And then inhale, come up halfway. And exhale, hands to the waist. And then squeeze the shoulder blades and inhale, come up and arch back. And exhale, heel to toe your feet together a little bit. And then hop or step your feet together. And turn to face the front when you're ready. Start in Tadasana. Inhale, bend the right knee to your chest. Exhale, knee out, foot to the inner thigh or calf. And then on the inhale, bring both arms wide and overhead, interlock your fingers. Om Bhua Bhuva Suvaha Tat Savito Varanyam Bhago. Palms are pressing together now, it's in prayer. Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yonat Prachodayata. Om. Prayer to the heart. Inhale, turn the knee forward, extend the leg. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, bend the left knee, hug the knee to the chest. Exhale, knee out, foot to the inner thigh or calf. Inhale, bring the arms wide and overhead, interlock your fingers. Exhale, palms together. Om Bhua Bhuva Suvaha Tat Savito Varanyam Bhago Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yonat Prachodayata. Om. Anjali Mudra. Inhale, knee forward, extend the leg, engage your quadricep, move your hips back. And exhale, Nyasa. Carefully place your foot on the floor. So what you want to be, the way you could do this is to bring the foot up as high as you can, and then for the time being, just hold the foot. Work on firming the standing leg and pushing the heel into the leg a little bit. And you can just do it like that or like this until you get that sort of stability. The leg is, the standing leg has to be firm in the quadricep, and the heel that's pushing into the standing leg, it really wants to come from the heel. So you dig the heel in quite hard, and then you have this equal resistance between the two. And if you end up with a bruise on the inside of your left leg, you'll know that you're pressing hard enough. Inhale, bring the arms wide and overhead, interlock your fingers. And exhale, palms face forward. Inhale, arch from the upper back. And exhale, fold all the way. Short inhale. Exhale, squat down, Utkatasana, completely empty your lungs. Good. And then stay there, but inhale and sit up. Lift the chest up and bring the arms parallel with the floor. You can be flat-footed on the floor or you can be on your toes. Take a couple of breaths there. Lift the chest. Separate the knees wide, dip low. Resist and sit down. Extend both legs. Janusashasana vinyasas. So this can be done single-legged forward bend with the foot to the inner thigh in Janusashasana, or if you're comfortable, half lotus, and you can move through the sequence in half lotus. You need to be comfortable in half lotus if you're going to do that. Inhale, bend the right knee, sit on a block if you need to. Bend the right knee, hug the knee to the chest. Exhale, knee out, foot to the inner thigh. Inhale, float the arms over your head. Rotate towards and fold over the left leg. Keep pushing out gently through the ball of the foot. Keep the leg active. And inhale, come up. Lift and exhale, fold again. One more time, one more vinyasa. Inhale up. And exhale down. Hold the foot or the leg, round the back, relax the shoulders, close the eyes and look nabi, navel, and then count the breaths, whatever you're inhaling, on 1, on 2, on 3, double the exhale. And if you could just lift your tongue and place the tongue on the roof of your mouth, slide the tongue forward so the tongue touches behind your top back teeth in Jiva Bandha. Keep the gaze in the navel. Optional at the end of each exhale. Bandhas. So you have the Jiva Bandha mouth, and you have the Mula Nudhyana Bandha, just for a couple of seconds at the end of each exhale where the breath pauses, and there's just a neutral feeling in the body and in the mind, space. And Jiva Bandha helps with the natural ujjayi and the movement of prana up the spine, and the lightness feeling. And then interlock your fingers, slowly come up. Exhale, turn to the right and fold inside the left leg. And inhale, come up, turn to the front. Try to keep that Jiva Bandha. And exhale, turn to the right, fold inside. And take your variation. Eyes are closed. Exhales are long, optional bandhas. Try to keep moving your top shoulder back, and the main purpose of that is to really open and stretch the right lung more. And breathe more into the right lung. Be conscious of the extra expansion of the intercostals and the right lung tissue. When you're ready, interlock the fingers and come up. Release the Jiva Bandha now, and exhale, bring the hands down behind you. Point the left foot, lean into the hands, squeeze the shoulder blades, pick the right knee up and put the sole of the foot on the floor, and inhale, come up. Stretch the throat, keep the mouth closed, exhale, come down. Inhale up and hold for one breath. Exhale, don't move. Inhale, nudge the sacrum a little bit. Beautiful. And then exhale slowly down. Now today I will do a slightly different, a little bit to the sequence. So keep the right foot where it is as you come down. Draw the right heel back towards the outside edge of your right hip. From Marichyi A, put something under your sit bones if you need to. And then on the inhale, float both arms up. And on the exhale, fold forward with both hands towards the left foot, dropping the shoulder inside the right knee. And then interlock the fingers and inhale, come up. Now push everything down, right foot, left leg, and lift, and exhale, go down. Good, inhale, come up. And then this time, if you can, you're going to go down and bind. Internally rotate the right shoulder, lift the sit bones if you want to. Wrap the upper arm in front of the shin, clasp the hands behind, optional. Or just bring the hands towards each other. And then inhale, lift your chest. Sorry?
Which side should you prop?
That side. Exhale, fold forward. So the side you would prop would be your left hip. And then inhale, come up, keep the bind, open the chest. And exhale, go down, hold for 3 breaths. Same thing, longer exhale. When you're done, on the inhale, come up and keep the clasp. And exhale, twist and look over your left shoulder. Push out through the ball of the left foot. Inhale, come to center. Lift your spine. Exhale, twist, look over your left shoulder. 3 breaths. Look nose tip. Make the exhales long, optional. Now, little pause and narrow the waist at the end of the exhale. Get as upright as you can. And then inhale, come to center, sweep both arms over the head. And exhale, Dandasana. Inhale, bend the left knee to the chest. Exhale, knee out, foot to the inner thigh. Inhale, float the arms. 2 vinyasas, 3rd time hold. Eyes are closed all the time. When you're in the posture, it's 3 breaths with long exhales. And start working towards that Jiva Bandha if you're comfortable there. Tongue pushed behind the top teeth and flattened out gently towards the roof of the mouth. Pauses, you might just want to start with a second or 2. And you gradually build up to 5 seconds with bandhas. There's no hurry, you want to take your time with that. When you're in the posture, you should be really relaxed. And when you're done, come up and do the revolve variation, turn to the side, do one vinyasa and the second time hold. Use the Jiva Bandha again in the hold. Lengthen the exhales, narrow the waist at the end of each exhale. And if your right elbow is on the floor, and you'll try to move your elbow away from the leg, so there's space for the shoulder to drop more inside the knee. Work on that left lung. Eyes closed. Feel the breath. No struggle here. And when you've done, inhale and come up. And then the hands go behind for the pratikriya, the counter pose. Sole of the foot's on the floor. One vinyasa, second time hold for one breath. Bring that foot a little bit further away from the other leg. More there, yeah. You feeling okay? Good. And then when you come down, this time we're going to Marichyi A. Slide the heel back and towards the outside of the hip. Good space between the inseam of the leg and the inseam of the foot. More out. Yeah. Too much, Marta. Inhale, come up, both hands. And first of all, it's just straight forward towards the leg for 2 vinyasas. Get some movement and the feeling in the hips, and do that twice. Lift up more each time you come up. And then the third time, go down and take Marichyi A. Wrap and bind if you can. Or use your strap. And when you get there, inhale and come up and look. Just sort of stretch the spine a little bit more, ground everything a little bit more. And then on the exhale, go down and keep drawing that left knee in towards the body. Breath comes into the back of the heart on the inhale. And the exhale with the gaze on nabi navel. It's the length of the exhale and the pause that allows you to go a bit deeper. Good. When you finish your 3 breaths, you just inhale up and then you take the twist to the right. 1 vinyasa, second time hold 3 breaths. To help get out of the lower back, work the right leg through the ball of the foot and push the left foot down. The more you ground, the more lift you get out of the lower back, the more vertical the body can be. You're looking nose tip here, going for a long exhale. Very nice. When you're done your 3rd breath, we'll meet in Dandasana. The arms go over the head and then the legs go straight. And then, from Dandasana, cross the ankles, put the hands on the floor. You can step back or hop back and lower Chaturanga or half Chaturanga. inhale slowly to upward facing dog, and exhale back to downward facing dog. Now if you want to make it a bit gentler, you can just stay in downward facing dog for a few breaths. If you're comfortable, inhale to plank pose. And just hold plank pose and push the heart up so the upper back rounds slightly. And exhale back to downward facing dog. So don't collapse into your shoulders when you go to plank. Lift the heart up. Inhale, plank pose. And exhale back to down dog. Spread the fingers and work the hands. And then keeping the toes turned under like they are now. Inhale to plank pose and then up dog. And the head can go back. Gaze tip, nose tip. And exhale back, downward facing dog. And then inhale, plank pose, upward facing dog, like one flowing movement. Head goes back, look nose tip. Exhale back, downward facing dog. One more if you're comfortable. Keep the legs strong. Exhale back, downward facing dog. And inhale, step your right foot outside your right hand. Good. Exhale, bring the forehead to the floor between your hands. Look at your right foot. And then inhale, come to upward facing dog, looking over your right shoulder. Look over your right shoulder, look at your back heel. No, with your head up. Step back, downward facing dog. Good, and then inhale, step your left foot forward. Dip down, bring your forehead towards the floor. Look at your right heel, left heel. Look at your left heel. And then inhale, come into like an upward facing dog and look over your left shoulder. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Okay, I think we do the right side again. Inhale, bring your right foot outside your hands. And then dip down, bring your head towards the floor between your hands. Look at your right foot. And then inhale, arch back and look over your right shoulder towards your back foot. Turn back to under, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, bring the other foot forward, left foot forward, outside the hand. Outside. Drop the chest and the head towards the floor. Look at the left foot. Inhale, come up, straighten the arms, look over your left shoulder. Yes! Exhale, go back, downward facing dog. Okay. And inhale, plank pose. Exhale, knees down, chest down, chin down, hips high. Cobra, inhale. Exhale, seat to heels, separate the knees, long back, rest in extended child's pose. Some of these different little movements that we're beginning to add in now, they're what are called in Vinyasa Krama, they're called the Vishesha Vinyasas. They're slightly sort of independent, separate movements from the normal sequences of Vinyasa, which are for different things, like Swamaswami would say, some are for fun, some are for strength, some are for lightness. You just kind of like, there's different kind of options. Okay, turn the toes under, downward facing dog. Fully exhale. Hop or step forward, squat down, Utkatasana. Inhale, straighten the legs. Uttanasana, fold into the legs, exhale. Flip your palms, inhale, come up. Exhale, Tadasana. Okay, inhale, arms forward to shoulder level, palms down. Exhale, squat down. Keep the chest up and the arms parallel with the floor. Just go as low as you can, heels may rise. Inhale, stand up. Keep the arms parallel with the floor. Exhale, go down all the way. Purna Utkatasana, full Utkatasana. Inhale, come up. Bring the arms over the head this time, interlock the fingers. Same thing, exhale, Purna Utkatasana, go down. Good. Stay there for a breath. Inhale, long exhale. Separate the knees, bring the hands down, sit down, Dandasana. Okay, Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Sit on a block if you need to. Inhale, arms widen overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms widen overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Hold the feet or hold the legs and relax the shoulders, round the back, look nabi, navel, same breath pattern. Whatever your natural inhale is, double the length of your exhale. Pauses, optional bandhas. Lift the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Slide it behind the top teeth, Jiva Bandha. Have the feeling that as you exhale, you connect to the perineum, pelvic floor. And as you inhale, the prana flows up through your spine to your third eye. And then long exhale. And again, draw the prana up on the inhale from the perineum, through the nadi in the spine, to the third eye, and exhale down. It's the same sort of feeling that you have in the Soham meditation practice we do, of the breath rising through the spine on the inhale. And on the exhale, the awareness is in the navel and you empty your lungs. And the inhale, you draw it up again. Keep the Jiva Bandha, it will help to connect you to the third eye, Ajna Chakra. At the end of the exhale, you want to feel a little bit of tone in the Mula Bandha, in the perineum, before you draw the breath up. So that's where that little pause and optional bandhas helps. Connects the two psychic centres of the Mula Bandha and the Brahmajya, the third eye, connects them together. And stay here for a few more breaths, so make sure you're relaxed. You're just meditating on the internal energetics of the posture, which all come from the breath. When you're ready, you can flip the palms. Take your time, finish what you're doing, and come up. And then, when you're ready, bring the hands behind you. Purvottanasana, inclined plane with the legs straight, or you can bend the knees for tabletop. Do one vinyasa and the second time hold for 3 breaths. the eyes closed. When you're in the posture, look nose tip and try to stretch your throat as much as you can. When you're ready, come down. Okay, cross your ankles, put the hands on the floor. Step back to downward facing dog. And bring the knees to the floor and rest in child's pose. Take 3 breaths here. And then you can have the choice of doing shoulder stand or headstand. After your 3 breaths, come into the posture of your choice. Or you could do half headstand or dolphin if you're working towards the headstand. You can choose. And if you're going to do shoulder stand, it can be half shoulder stand, full shoulder stand, it can be legs up the wall. So you choose. If you need any help, just give me a shout. Whichever variation you're in, work at lengthening your exhales. When you feel comfortable in the posture. That's it, Hida. Just keep those, working on lifting those shoulders. Keep your femurs rotated in a bit so you use more Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha. Yeah. Your hips back a tiny bit. Yes, there. Push out through the balls of your feet, Hida. Just gently, so it keeps the inseams of the legs active. Stops you wobbling. You okay, Katie?
Yeah, I don't think it's a week for me to do inversions.
Yeah, okay, so you can just do child's pose, or you just rest your legs up the wall.
What?
Yeah, you can do that, it's fine. If you're in shoulder stand or headstand, you can do a couple of Ankuchasana variations, bending one knee at a time towards the chest or the head with slow movement and slow breath. You can do that a couple of times each side. And then you can also bend both knees towards the chest or the head and bring them up. You should just do some variations of your choice. Can you rotate a little bit more? Just bring your arms out. Can you balance just for a minute? Bring your arms out. Try and get a little bit more. Yes, there. Now bend your elbows. That's better. Get the rotation before you take the weight through the arms. And then when you're ready, slowly make your way down, but finish whatever you're doing. Very nice. And come down onto your back or into child's pose if you're coming out of the headstand, and take at least 3 breaths there. You've been in the headstand for a long time, make it more like 5. And then come onto your back. Make sure you're warm enough. We're going to do a long Shavasana, so you want to make sure that you're warm enough, and I suggest that you put a blanket over yourself. Your blanket, Ida? Oh, you've got a blanket. When you're ready, roll your head side to side. Let go of any Ujjayi breathing and any impressions from your practice. Completely relax your facial muscles, your tongue, relax your eyes, relax the forehead and the scalp, relax the inside of the mouth and the tongue, relax the neck and the throat. And then let go of breathing and just let your body breathe. Allow your mind to relax. And then relax your whole physical body. Be conscious of your whole physical body as one entity. And completely relax your whole physical body. No tension in the body, in the legs or the feet, pelvis or the back, the abdomen or the chest, hands or the arms, the neck, the throat, face or the eyes. The whole body is completely relaxed. And then I want you to become conscious of the plane, the back of the body where it touches the floor. The plane of contact with the whole back of the body touches the floor. Start with the heels now and feel the contact of the back of the right heel with the floor. Just a space where it touches the floor. Space between the right heel and the floor. And then the plane of contact between the left heel and the floor. The right calf and the floor. The left calf and the floor. right thigh in the floor, and the left thigh in the floor. And then the plane of contact between the right buttock and the floor, and the left buttock and the floor. Not the buttock or the floor, but the plane of contact between the buttocks and the floor. Contact between the right shoulder and the floor. The plane of contact between the left shoulder and the floor. Plane of contact between the right hand, back of the right hand and the floor, and the back of the left hand and the floor. And the right arm and the floor, and the left arm and the floor. And then the plane of contact between the back of the head and the floor. Not the head or the floor, but where they touch. And then the right heel, the left heel, and the right calf, and the left calf, the right thigh, and the left thigh. Plane of contact between the right buttock and the floor, and the plane of contact between the left buttock on the floor. And then the plane of contact between the legs and the buttock and the floor. And the plane of contact between the right shoulder and the floor, and the left shoulder and the floor. Right hand and the floor, and the left hand and the floor. The right arm and the floor, and the left arm and the floor. And then the plane of contact between the back of the head and the floor. And then feel the whole back of the body at once, where the back of the body touches the floor. Not the body or the floor, but the plane of contact, where the back of the body touches the floor. Just be conscious of the touch, the back of the body and the floor. And then feel the body becoming very heavy, like the weight of the body on the floor, like really heavy, like lead. The whole back of the body where he contacts the floor is pressing down, it's really heavy. A strong contact between the back of the body and the floor. You feel very grounded and connected to the earth. And then let the body go very light. The body feels really weightless, like a feather. And there's hardly any contact between the back of the body and the floor. The body is light, like a feather. The body just floats slightly above the floor. It's very light, like a feather. And then come back to the plane of contact between the back of the body and the floor. Just a natural plane of contact where the body touches the floor. And then feel the plane of contact between your eyelids, just where they touch. The touch, the connection between the upper eyelid and the lower eyelid. Just a plane of contact. And then feel the plane of contact between your lips, just where they touch. Plane of contact between the upper lip and the lower lip. And then the plane of contact between the eyelids, the left eyelid and the right eyelid, where they touch. And then the touch, the plane of contact between the lips. And then begin to feel the touch of the breath in the tips of your nostrils. Don't change the breath, just keep the breath the same. But just feel the place where the breath touches the tips of the nostrils as it moves in and as it moves out. Not the nostrils or the air itself, but where they touch. keep your awareness on the touch of the breath at the tips of the nostrils. As the breath moves in and as the breath moves out. And then be aware of the breath just about the width of your palm, beyond your nostrils. Be conscious of the breath as it moves in and out, but before it touches the nostrils. So you're aware of the breath turning outside the body. The breath creates movement of air, which doesn't just happen in the body, it also happens beyond the body. See if you can touch, feel that movement of breath beyond the body. And then come back to the plane of contact between the back of the body and the floor. And have the feeling of your whole body at once. One entity, one container for prana. Feel the whole body as one thing. And be conscious of the body laying on the floor. And then visualize yourself looking down at your own body laying on the floor. You're above your body and you look down and you see yourself laying on the floor. And you're very happy to see yourself. Very loving and compassionate towards the body you see laying on the floor. And then come back into your body and feel the plane of contact between the back of the body and the floor. And then we're going to make a sankalpa, an affirmation. Bring something into your mind in your life that you would like to manifest. Something positive, something life-affirming, something that would bring you contentment or happiness or a sense of fulfillment. And while your mind-body is in this spacious state, hold that affirmation in your mind. And realize that is possible for you. Allow it to manifest in your mind. And then let it go and come back to your natural breath. Begin to deepen your breath slowly. Start to move your fingers and your toes very gently. When you're ready, bring your feet together, bring your arms by your sides. Inhale, stretch your arms over your head. And then when you're ready, make yourself into make your way into a seated posture. Take your time, roll onto your side, take a few breaths, and then come up when you're ready. Don't rush. Sit in any comfortable posture. Bring your hands into Anjali Mudra and bow your head. Inhale deeply for Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Om Buddha Sakarus Bhagavan Ki. Jai. Remind yourself the intention you made for your practice. Namaste. Okay, so in case you haven't done it before with me, that thing we did at the end is called it's a mini yoga nidra. It's like a very short version of a yoga nidra. You can do lots of different things in yoga nidra, but that's a very classical yoga nidra format from the Bihar tradition, which is where yoga nidra kind of started from. And it was nice at one point because I opened my eyes and you were all just floating around the room. Did you feel it? Did you get light? Did you get heavy? When you do the full yoga nidra, you go into that feeling of like heaviness and lightness. You alternate it and you do it quite a number of times. And as you go from the heavy to the light, more, do it so every time your body gets slightly lighter, and gradually it just feels like your body's not touching the floor. It's really nice. Did any of you, no, I think it's before all your times actually, when Gaya Mitra was here, my friend Gaya Mitra from Delhi, a Swan Yoga retreat he runs in a little ashram in Goa. And he was here and he specializes in Yoga Nidra. And we did about an hour. Were you there, Hida? Do you remember it? With Gaya Mitra, a young guy from Delhi, my friend from Delhi. Anyway, he did Yoga Nidra here. And he did an hour, the full thing can take an hour or longer. And he did a full Yoga Nidra. And at the end of it, some people weren't in a fit state to drive home. They were like completely gone. They just could not it took quite a while for them to sort of really get back and grounded again in their bodies. And sometimes you do need to do, if you do it for a longer period of time, you need a period of time where you do certain pranayamas to ground yourself back in the body, because they were, completely spaced out. And people get different experiences sometimes of visions and levitation, all sorts of things. It's very powerful practice. And if you sort of been doing it, any of you do yoga nidra? Yeah, you do yoga nidra. Do you teach yoga nidra? Yeah. Okay, namaste, thank you so much. We have the workshop on Sunday. If anybody would like to join that, it's 2 till 5 on Sunday, and we're going to be going deeper into things in Vinyasa Krama and Pranayama particularly. Everybody welcome to that. Thank you so much. Namaste.